Set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Burrow on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A toss left, Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Stephon Diggs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, He's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
On first down, Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Inside handoff, Henry pushes him over. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And he'll be marked down at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Good to net him 23 and a first. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 38, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. Here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the net. Anderson loses the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
That's right. Let's go. We all we need, baby. Let's go now. Let's go.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's Burrow. As this complete to Woods. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's showtime, baby.
2nd and 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Let's ride, dog.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. This will go to Henry out wide. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. That is caught by Anderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Anderson. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now here's Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow will throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Henry up the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he's got room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to put 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
He's taken down at the 30.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And the busy night for Henry continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 23. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Burrow now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Derrick Henry. Incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On first down, Mahomes.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now it's Mahomes again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
126 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that